All right, welcome back to PickledPirate Podcast. And today, Dr. D just gonna tell us an awesome story.
Hello, everyone. Once again, last week I gave you shit in your pants. This week, we're gonna go on the other side of the spectrum to when I cut my dick open. Yep. A lot of you out there may be saying, "Did you just say that?" Yes, I did. So, if we go back, I'd say this is back in New Zealand at the Custom House Hostel. And it was around a time where I was just broken up with. And I ended up getting on, meeting this girl for a date. And I was really excited. And back in the day, what I used to do to save water and time was to always shave in the shower. Worked for me up until that day. So, I'm all excited, jittery, happy cat on pajamas, about to go on this date with this sexy New Zealand girl. It was awesome. And, so I'm shaving my beard, and I get the left side of the beard pretty much almost done. Both sides, left, up, and down.
Left, up, and down?
See,
that's 3.
I think this might be part of the story, but I think the reason you shave in the shower is because you always, you get irritation when you shave.
Yep.
And I think part of it is because you go up and then down and then back again, and I think you just need to pick away and just go once.
You don't want sandpaper one way and not the other.
I think that'll save you a lot of struggle.
Yeah,
but
it
anyways,
did.
That's a shaving problem, not a dick open problem.
That is, yeah. And every time this has always worked for me. I've always shaved. I wasn't even manscaping. The scape of the man was already scaped.
So he says.
And it was ready to go. Oh, it was. No, I have no doubts about that.
I mean, yeah, you did admit earlier today that you manscape at your grandfather's house.
Indeed, sometimes. Sometimes, most every time.
Confuse that poor old man.
Yes, I do.
But Gary still has a beard.
The fuck?
Where does hair come from?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's how I do. So, I'm in the shower. I'm shaving away. I guess this works better if you're watching, but a lot of people go, well, okay. So, what happened was I ended up flicking the razor down, and violently, and I ended up embedding the Mach 3 right into the top part of the head of my dick.
Makes my asshole purse just thinking about it right now.
And
sucks it right out.
For one split second, I go from I'm about to just have the best date ever to
Jesus
I think I'm gonna bleed to death right here in that bathroom stall, and it was horrible. And so I don't pull the razor out at first, and I just kind of look there in shock, just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Pull out the razor, and all of a sudden it just starts gushing blood. And I pull back the gash in the top of the dick, and it just starts spewing blood everywhere. Fucking.
We got a bleeder!
It was horrible. Horrible to the point where all I was repeating to myself in that shower was, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
How am I going to get laid?
So, exactly.
How am I going to get laid?
How do I explain this?
Did you try to put like a Band-Aid on it? Like, how'd you go about it? Did you do like hand towels and try to stop it? Like,
at first,
just wrap a Band-Aid around the top of your cock? And
well, I was screaming real loud.
Blue.
The fellow at the stall next to me, who was at the shower stall next to me, he was like, oh mate, you alright? I was like, no. Just got my dick open. Fucker turns off the shower and just leaves the room completely. Just gone. Out of there. And I'm all left by myself with a bloody dick, feeling horrible and a half a shaved face. Remember that half a shaved face comes in part. So,
ooh, I didn't know that before. You only shaved half your face?
I only had half the face shaved. And so at that point, I forgot that I only had half the face shaved. So. Yeah. What I did was I turned off the fucking water real quick, and I was freaking out hardcore. And I grabbed my towel that I have in the shower with me, and I wrap up my dick with a towel.
Pinch it.
As hard as I can, and it's bleeding a lot. And so what I do is I get my trousers on about halfway to knee height,
And the towel still wrapped around your dick?
With the towel still wrapped around my dick, grab everything I can. Half a shaved face. Remember that.
It's a bare ass hanging out.
Oh, yes.
So when you go to the hospital, you have half a shaved face, so they just think you're a cancer patient or something like right off the bat.
Right off the bat, baby.
No, just fucking insane.
Or just absolutely crazy. So, I'm running down the stairs. Luckily, there's no one in the dining area, so I sprinted to my back dorm room. And at the moment, I had my buddy, the Kiwi, Doc Martin, and there was this German fella. He was also fucking living with us too. And I knew that Doc Martin, good on you, Martin. He was out there, and
he has nice shoes.
He had some liquid bandage somewhere in the room, and I knew that from previous experience. I've hurt myself.
Your dick?
Well, see, this is the problem. So I bust in the room, and all of a sudden, Son of a Preacher Man's playing on this Pulp Fiction soundtrack, and I feel like I'm stuck in this weird Quentin Tarantino movie. All of a sudden, just like, this is how I'm gonna die, bleeding from my dick. So instead of, so I do what everyone, would do, and I sit
perfect.
down.
Walk into Doc Martin's room.
Yep, Doc Martin's room.
Who could ever reach me? What's Doc Martin?
Was a preacher man. I was like, oh god, this is how I'm going out. So I crack open this 12% beer called Atlas, and I start rolling myself a spliff because if I'm going out, I'm going out.
Atlas did struggle.
The Atlas was struggling at that point. There was no keeping anything up. And so, yeah, that was a great time. And so I called Martin. He was the first person I called, and I was like, hey, buddy. And he's like, oh, mate, what's happening? I'm camping. And I was like, I need a liquid bandage right now. And he's like, I don't know where that is. I was like, Martin, I cut my dick open. He hangs up the phone. And I was just like, shit. Alright, my mate just hung up on me. Bleeding by my dick. About half a spliff down. Almost no beer left. Yeah, this could be worse. And he busts in the room with the German. And they're just like, alright, mate, you gotta show me what's on your dick. Like, let's see it, mate. And I'm just like, okay. And so I take off the bandage. He goes, oh, Jesus, fuck, bro. I'm just like, is it bad? And he's like, it's alright. He's like, okay. So then, next I call my brother. And as soon as
miles away,
as soon as my brother picks up the phone, usually he never really picks up for these things. This one time he does pick up, and I'm just like, hey, listen, I can't talk right now, and this is completely out of character. I would never do that with him. I was like, I need to talk to your wife right now. Who at the time she's a nurse, phlebotomist. She's a wonderful lady. But in my head, she's a doctor. So I'm just like, I'm dying, and I need this woman to help me. So
you
I'm
call
just
a phlebotomist.
He's like, why do you need to talk to my... So just like, what?
Well, I understand what you're leaking, sir, but I do not know how to stop it.
So my brother's just like, what's up? And I was like, I cut my dick. I need to talk to her right now. And he just hands over the phone. That time with talking with her was one of the most colorful moments of my life.
That's really how you make friends with your in-laws, real quick.
Yep.
Real quick.
Chop your dick open and give him a call.
Get an anatomy lesson.
So after getting told to go straight to the hospital and definitely do not go on this.
Did you send her pictures?
No. And
did
then
you get
going,
a dick pic?
No one got a dick pic.
Weirdest dick pic ever.
So I ended up calling the ex, the girl I was supposed to go on this date with, and I'm already about 20 minutes late. And so I'm just like, call her up, I'm sitting there. She picks up the phone. She's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Well, wait, what does your brother's girlfriend tell you to do?
That's confidential. She told me to pull my head out of my ass pretty much, and I needed to go to the hospital. I told her I needed to go on this date.
Okay.
Priorities.
Priorities.
So you went on the date. Are you still bleeding from the tip of your cock?
So I call up this girl, and I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna be a little bit late. I just had a little bit of an accident, but I'll meet you at the bar I work at in about 20 minutes.
You
so
took her on a date to the bar you work at?
Yeah, I call the bar, and my friend picks up, and she's just like, all right, so what's up? I was like, I cut my dick open, but I have this reservation with this date tonight, and I really should be going on this date, so I need you guys to all play it cool while I'm there, but I will not be able to come into work tomorrow. And so I arrive at the bar. I wrap my dick up before I go. We did not find the liquid bandage. It was horrible. It started bleeding through my pants. Luckily, I wore my black pants, so it didn't show too much. And so this girl shows up, And she's like, so what took you so long? I was like, I cut myself shaving. She goes, well, I understand maybe something happened with shaving because you only have half a shaved beard. At that moment, I realized I didn't just have 3 incisions in my dick, but I also had half a shaved face, and I've been walking around now the town of Nelson with a half of a shaved face. And that pissed me off more than anything. And so I explained to her that I cut myself lower, and she was like, was it your leg? And I pointed upwards, and she just completely scolded her entire whine and was like, you need to go to a hospital right now. And I was like, no, you know what? I think we should go on this date. Said I would take you on a date. Let's follow through with this.
Such a Boy Scout, like seeing it through to the end.
Right? So
Even shot in the dick.
ate some food. I had 1 or 2 beers. I'm pretty sure it was 2 before I started feeling really woozy. Really woozy. And then I proceeded to walk her home. So I walk her home, and at this point, I'm just in so much pain. It feels like oh god, it's horrible, absolutely horrible. And so I walk her to her door, and I'm just like, hey, I hope you have a great night. It was really awesome time that we got to, spend and do this. And she's just trying not to laugh and be like, you know what, I hope you go to the hospital. So yeah. So she closes the door, and I just lay down right in her driveway. Pull out my phone. I just call my boss, and he picks up, and he's like, hey, Bear, how's it going? I was like, I just need you to pick me up right now. He's like, yeah, I'm right there. I look up, and he's on the side of the street in his car. So, he asked me.
Did he like shadow you the whole day?
Oh, no, he made sure I got back there. And so, I told him to drive me back to the hostel so I could sleep the night off. So, I went back, passed out after a spliff, and, felt pretty shitty about myself, still half shaved face. And then the next day, I ended up proceeding to go to the hospital, where I had a sweet older woman look at my genitals and say how sweet it looked, and that we need to put a couple stitches in it, and that was about it.
She called your penis sweet looking?
Oh, she said it looked lovely.
Lovely, alright.
Pulled it out.
Sense.
And so what happened was, like...
I wouldn't know how to take sweet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a
isn't that
lollipop,
cute?
bitch.
It's like
You
when
should
someone calls
suck
you
it.
pretty, you're like, oh.
Even if it was a little old lady, you only get one chance to make that joke.
Ah. Right?
So here's my question: did the girl ever call you back?
Oh, we're still friends.
Oh yeah? Did you ever go on a second date, or was that the hands down weirdest date she's ever been on in her fucking life? It kind of freaked you out.
No, we just stayed friends. I figured it was, I was heading back to America, so no need to date.
My question. Do you have a mini, like, Wolverine style scar on the tip of your dick?
I got 3 little mini marks that, they healed pretty good. But you can tell, and at this bar, if you go into this bar in New Zealand, you ever find a shot called the Four-Eyed Monster. That shot is about me. And thank you, said bar, for making that for me. That was awesome.
Four-eyed monster.
Yeah, that was also the same country that I got spiked with Viagra, too.
Same bar?
No, different bar. Same group of people.
You want to do Viagra spiking, or do you want to do appendix?
Oh, the appendix was just painful.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're on the pain story right now with the dick.
That just blew up after I was watching the Aeroplane video by Red Hot Chili Peppers. That just pissed me off more than anything. But the time I got spiked with Viagra, now that was just something that was out of like the blue. It was a really horrible night. Dark night.
It does sound like a date rape night. Like, guys use like things to make girls go to sleep. Girls
I
use
did
things
end
to
up
just make you stay up all night.
See, in the house I was staying at the very end of the night, they ended up putting on this it was a porn, but it was with someone dressed as like Adam West Batman.
What?
And like old school superheroes, and I was like super happy but wicked sad at the same time because I was just walking around.
Wait, you were spiked on Viagra and there's an Adam West porn?
They put it
shot?
on for me because they were like, "What do we do with Gary?" Because they
put it
stuck
on
me in a
for
bathroom.
you to
And
try to alleviate,
and that wasn't doing
Your
anything
boner?
for me because I was just sitting there. I was like, it
Dude.
doesn't matter if I do anything with it; it's gonna stick with me for a long.
I mean, I would think that would work because Adam West kind of killed Batman, so I figured Adam West porn would kind of kill your boner.
That's what I thought too. That's why I was like, "Bring me Adam West."
Wait, there's a porn Adam West? Yeah, give me that one.
Give me that one right now. This American's go crazy. But
He's trying to fuck Batman, mate.
yeah. Yeah, I almost got into a fight that night, and it was totally my fault. I was actually in total fault. I was the dick of that night. But,
You were the dick of that night.
You
Your dick was
were.
rock
I
hard.
was
You're
the
the
dick.
literal dick of that
the
night.
dick of that night, it was...
For the second time.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Was this before or after your penis got
This
stuck in a razor?
was after, because this was right before I left for America again. So this was like one of the last nights I was working with my work at the bar I worked at, and they always prank somebody when they leave, and I was waiting for it the entire night, and I was just like, I can't wait for them to like prank me. And the whole night started going on, and nothing happened. Then we were drinking, and I just remember I was drunk enough that they gave me a shot of Jameson, but the Jameson was bubbly. And then I had a pint of beer, but the beer was really bubbly. And they were like, you need to drink this beer all in one, then you need to take the shot. And I was like, why is the Jameson all bubbly, you know?
Yeah.
And they were just like, don't worry about it, it's fine. And so I sculled the beer, I took the shot, and I was like, alright, cool. And everyone kind of went quiet for a minute. And some time passed, I'd say about a good like 4 or 5 minutes. And I started like, my heart started pumping like a lab rat on Viagra. And I was like, man, I'm feeling pretty energetic right now. And also boozed up on whiskey, which I try not to drink anymore because it makes me into a kind of a bitter, angry person. So on
Was
top
it
of
just
that,
because you had a rage boner?
and well,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
yet. The
no.
rage boner never happened. Not yet.
Okay.
And so I'm still just like really amped up, and I went to walk out of this bar, and I bumped into this fella who was a nice kid. And what happened was, he said, "Hey man, what's the problem?" And I said, "How about you go fuck yourself?" Which I would never do, ever, sober. Like,
Mm-hmm.
never. Sometimes. And like I walked out of the bar and started walking down the street. And then all of a sudden, I'm walking down the street smoking a butt, and out of the blue this car screeches up next to me, and like four fucking blokes get out, and they're just like, and it's that fucking kid I bumped into, and he's like, I'm gonna spread your fucking face all over this pavement right now. And I was just like, you know, and we're like
Well,
face
how
to
about you
face.
fuck off?
And like I'm just smoking
Did
this
you pull the
butt.
Clint Eastwood? And
Yeah,
just-
face to face, and I'm just sitting there, and I was just like, yep, you know what? Yeah, I guess I deserve that. And I looked down, and trusty old little dude,
Oh, you
is
got a
just-
fear boner?
that's when it kicked in. And so, like, I remember seeing their buddies just like, hi mate, what's with that? And I looked down, and I'm like, holy shit, either this is getting me going, or like, I'm really confused right now, like, maybe I like, this is happening. We're about to fucking fight. Fucking fight, bro!
The real Irish side.
So
of
they get
Barry
right back in the
pops
car,
out,
yeah.
Lee pops up.
Oh my, we're gonna just fuck off and fight. Fair dinkum. And so they got back in the car, and they were just like, next time, bro. And I was like, yeah, sure, fuck yeah. And then I just remember hormones kicked in, and it was just like, I just started sobbing, like, why do I have an erection on the street? Like, after almost getting my ass beat, it made no sense. I was really depressed about it.
Went from adrenaline rush
Just like,
to
oh
super
my,
depressed.
yeah, super sad, like, and a full-grown man crying on the side of the street with
a boner.
huge heart on. It's like, not that cool. And then all of a sudden, like, we're sobbing on the side of the street.
How's your okay?
In New Zealand, I see my friends running down the street like, oh, bro, oh my god, it works! And I see, like, my Kiwi buddies just laughing really hard. And one of them just ran up and grabbed me and was like, we gotta get you back to the house. And I was like, what's going on with my dick? They're like, oh, bro, we sparked you with Viagra. And I was like, oh, come on, guys. Seriously? Seriously? Okay. Okay. And then, like, fear struck me, like, oh, man. What if I got my ass beaten and then sent to the hospital with a raging boner? Just like, how embarrassing is that? That sucks. That sucks so much D on the D that's sticking up. Oh. Like, oh, mate, we can't get his dick down. Like, yeah, no shit.
It's like,
My-
his heart rate's
My
rising.
buddies decided to
Someone's going to have to
spike me.
finish him off to get it down.
Yeah. And so, you know, I get back to the
Just trying the
house,
short straw.
and I'm kind of sitting there all
Right.
a little bit sad with a boner, sitting in bed, and everyone's just like coming in like, oh, guys, How's it going? I'm
Orgasm?
like, ah. Oh, that was a nickname for grade. Oh, shit!
Wait, orgasm?
Orgasm.
Where does orgasm come from?
Yeah, it just comes from orgasm. What happened later that night?
Yeah, you must have fucking exploded everything out of you.
It was rough. And the next day, I had to leave.
I mean, we could try to tell every time we've seen Alan's dick.
Good luck with that shit.
Actually,
I'll
I could
take
tell about one last night.
Yeah. They want to recap your night
I
last
think I
night?
could recap
Yeah, I
last
don't
night.
remember any of that. I must have been sleepwalking again, man.
Yeah, well, I'm there sitting on this comfy chair playing
Yeah.
Bioshock 2,
Real quick. You keep going.
and the door opens behind me, and I know it's Alan. I know it's Pal's room, and I just look behind me, and there's just this dick just hanging out right next to me. And he's just staring right into space, just not saying a word, completely buck-ass naked. And I just like, oh, hey, buddy. Oh, wow, okay. This goes on for about, like, I'd say 45 seconds to a minute. Until the point where I'm just like, okay, what the fuck? And then he walks into the bathroom, rips ass like a duck getting punted. Just right onto the field, go like an unbelievable amount of air just left his body.
It's that fucking pizza, dude.
And then took a mega piss, and then walked back into the living room, and I'm still playing this video game. And the problem is, he's just standing there, and to the right of me is this chair, and in front of that chair is a coffee table with a bunch of shit on it. Proceeds to bend over a couple inches away from me, bare ass. So he's goading me with the chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water, and I'm just sitting there trying just to play Bioshock 2. This is probably why
You found the real Big Daddy.
I
You.
found the Big Daddy,
You
bro.
found the real Big Daddy.
And he's just moving around shit on the table,
Club.
not really doing anything, just moving shit, mumbling. And at one point I'm like, buddy, what's up? And he stands up, just walks into his bedroom, closes the door. That's the last I saw of him.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that, man. That must have been fucking sleepwalking.
Goated. Goated.
You know,
Goated. Aggressively
I did
goated.
wake up this
Aggressively
morning with a piece
goated.
of toast next to my bed, and I was like, well, I never ate toast. I must have fucking grabbed
Did he make
something.
toast in the nude?
No, I don't know.
That was probably from the fucking big bean earlier, but it was really confused. It's like, who the fuck was I? Like, I know I didn't eat toast yesterday. Like, who the fuck was in my room and just left toast next to my bed?
Toasted.
Yeah.
Alright, that makes so much more sense now.
Dick and ball jokes.
Dick and ball jokes.
For once, my dick.
Do you want to get into your nutsack right now?
No.
Wait, what?
Do we? Well, I mean, we kind of covered it in the poop podcast. Your
Poop
cooling panel.
yes.
Your
All
cooling
right.
panel.
It's a cooling panel.
Do you want to explain the pellet?
No. It's got like.
Because I'll say pillow as many times as it takes.
What? What is
Have you ever listened to
The way I say
Pickles
pillow?
say pillow?
hello?
He thinks it's hilarious the way I say
Pillow?
pillow.
It's with an I, not me.
Pillow.
Pillow.
Hello.
Hello.
It's a pillow.
It's a pillow, you fucking wanker.
It's a fucking pillow. Anyways,
Anywho.
I'll tell you, fucking, it was actually on his 21st birthday.
Oh, Jesus.
So we leave the bar, and I'm pretty
What?
sure, like, me and Alan, you know, we're hitting, like, shoulder to shoulder, and it was your dad, Alan's mom. I don't know who else was there. Maybe it was just the five of us, me,
my
you.
dad and
Your dad was
Karen.
there, yeah, but they didn't leave with us. They left
No.
separately.
Oh,
But it was me, you, your dad, mom, and
Yeah.
like I'm dragging Alan out of the bar or whatever. It's his 21st, and your dad sprints like way ahead of us, and we're like, we turn the corner to like get into the car, and like we turn the corner and he's right under the streetlight. He's got his pants down. He's fucking bent over. And you just fucking see his nutsack hang. And he's like a tall guy. I don't know. How tall is your dad? Like, he's got to be close to...
He's like 6 something.
Yeah, probably 6'5".
6'2".
I'm just gonna make him super tall. He's an NBA player. This fucking nutsack's hanging past his knees. Like he's gotta have like a 2 foot, 3 foot thigh, and it's down past his knees. This fucking thing, and it's like super skinny. Like it's just like the smallest little flap of skin, and then it's just like one nut, the other nut, like just dangling past, and they're like hanging in his pants too, like because they just put him down past, and like his underwear caught him, and they probably went further. They probably went to the ground if he put his pants all the way to the ground.
Dude, Law has a picture of me, Dad, and Gary, Big Gary, fucking mooning Elm Street. And it's just like me and my dad's ass and Gary's fucking nuts. Like you said, man, like past his goddamn knees.
Oh, yeah.
It's
impressive. Do you think part of that's because when he fell out of that fire truck?
Yeah.
Cut his bag.
You want to go into that one?
No.
You probably know that one better.
No, that one's too bad. I don't know. I didn't know all of it.
How many stitches did he get?
48.
Jesus, in the
48
bag.
stitches on your bag.
Yeah,
Oh my
from
god.
tank to dick. Like, cut the bag.
Alright, I'll try to tell it then if you won't.
He was.
He pulls up to a fire. He's in a fire truck.
It's
Obviously.
winter time and it was fucking icy, and he's walking. He was on top of the fire truck trying to get the hose off, and if I'm to believe correct, somebody left the cabinet door open, which is diamond steel plated door, and the corners of it are super fucking sharp. Even if it's not, you're still about like 8 feet, 9 feet up in the air, and he slipped on some ice. And when he came down, he landed right on his bag, and it cut from his taint. Oh, and cut his bag pretty much like open. And so he just
For a while.
So they get him, and his buddy's the EMT at the time, and he's in the ambulance. He's like, "Oh shit, how bad is it?" The EMT like pulls open the blanket. He's like, "Oh Jesus, buddy. It's not bad."
Do you imagine looking at that?
Right? Like your best friend's nutsack that's open, like, oh, this is the I saw inside you, bro.
Right?
I mean, I remember when Pickles saw me in the hospital. That was the only time I thought Pickles was gonna pass out. You don't like hospitals that much, do you?
I just don't like seeing wounds on other people. Like, I'm fine when I hurt myself. Like, I'll bleed all over the place and giggle. But when I see, like, other people with gnarly stitches or...
did you see Pat's hand, man? Dude,
yeah.
that was gnarly.
I did not. Was not a fan of that.
Oh, wounds.
Especially, like, in the hospital, though, where, like, people have, like, the like
IVs.
tubes into them and, like, the IVs
yeah.
and the oxygen thing, and they look all pale and sickly, and then they're just like, look at this fucking staples I have across my whole midsection.
32
That shit fucks with me.
staples in my stomach. Killing it. Just to swallow the wire.
I don't think I've ever had more than like. I think I got like 12 stitches in my face when they did the
like,
jaw thing. They put the plates in there. But I've broken everything. I just never got a lot of stitches. I've gotten a few stitches here and there.
Yeah, I think I've gotten, like, 10 stitches collectively through 3 injuries.
Damn, I've gotten way more than that, but.
Just little baby cuts that are really deep.
I think it's just 7, yeah.
I only had like 4 when they did my knee. I had a couple there, but yeah, I don't know. How many got the scratch out there? 2, yeah, probably like 4 or 5. Yeah, you can, man, but it might kill you.
Props.
Try eating those feet.
But, yeah. Send in your fucked up myself stories for us, but not too graphic.
Make it graphic. Who cares?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
I don't like that shit.
Best one wins a free shout out.
Right?
And a high five.
And a high five.
We'll give you a virtual high five.
There you go. So yeah, if you liked the chop the dick open, cut the bag open, broke your jaw open, broke your collar bar open, anything, you just
let us know.
let us know.
Let's hear it.
If there's anything you want us to post about or talk about, just let us know. Until then,
Keep your dicks hard.
keep your dick safe, man. Shower
Intact.
outside and shave outside the shower.
Protect your balls.
Or just don't shake razors at your nuts.
Protect your dick.
You best protect your dick.
dick.
Wu-Tang.
Pickled Pirate.
Wu-Tang dicks ain't nothing to fuck with. You're gonna have some editing to do.
I always do. That's why I like it. Well, the editing's not that fun. That's probably the one that'll go at the end.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that
the
was the
editing.
first time I got Viagra spiked.
May the wind be always at your back, and the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rains fall soft upon your field, until the day we meet again. And the roof that hangs over your head find you shelter from the storm, before the devil knows you're dead. May you be in heaven, my friend. May good luck find you at your worst, and bad luck lose you at your best. May your days be rich and full of wealth, and your nights be long when you need rest. And the roof that hangs over your head find you shelter from the storm, before the devil knows you're dead.